Rightio. So let's come and begin in child's pose. So coming onto your mat, knees can be wide or together, and bringing the forehead down to rest on the floor. And you can either reach the arms in front, or you can bring the hands by the feet and relax the shoulders on top of your knees. And just begin to arrive on your mat, arriving in your space. And allow the weight of the head to be fully received by the ground. Relaxing your shoulders and the chest. And just allowing the neck to be soft and relaxed. And then as you begin to lengthen your inhales and exhales, try to create space and breathe into the back of your ribs. We spend a lot of time in yoga breathing and expanding through the chest and the belly. Can you try to create space in the back of the ribs, space around the lower back area? And as you exhale, allowing the body to melt a little bit heavier towards your mat. Take another deep breath in and let it go through the mouth. Now you can either stay here, or if the hands are by the feet, start to reach them forwards. We come into a side stretch, so begin to walk both hands over to the right side. They may come off the mat. Just feeling that length along one side of the torso. And try and square the shoulders parallel. And reach away through the fingertips, sending the sit bones, the buttocks towards the heels. And then start to bring yourself back through center. And then let's go over to the other side. Finding that length along the other side of the torso. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out to bring yourself back through center. And then start to lift up onto your hands and knees, tabletop position. So knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Let's begin with our cat-cows. With each inhale, opening through the chest, maybe gazing forward, slightly up. And exhale, rounding the spine, dropping chin to chest and rounding through the upper back. Inhale, opening through the chest and the sit bones up at the same time. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Now just continue moving in this way, creating this space between the shoulders, the spine, and creating a little bit of space around the hips as well. You can stick with this forward and back motion, or you can come into a little bit of a freestyle, swaying the hips, maybe drawing some circles, bringing in some wrist warm-ups. Just taking a little bit of a disco cat, doesn't matter what it looks like. Just going wherever it feels nice, breathing into any areas that feel a little bit tight. Let's create a little bit more space there. Okay, then start to bring yourself back through center. So begin to step the left foot towards the back of the mat. Keep the toes on the floor and press out through the heel. Keep a little bit of pressure in the hands to find that length in the left leg. Relax the shoulders, find length in the front and the back of your neck. Okay, then from here, you're going to step the right foot over to the right side and ground the left foot down. So you're opening the body towards the long edge of your mat. And then start to reach the left arm up towards the sky. So the right foot is now out behind you, supporting you, helping you in this little balance. You can keep the left arm up to the sky or bring it in line with the ear, finding that extra length along the left side of the torso. Keep pressing the little toe edge of that left foot down into the mat. And try not to drop into the hips. Can you lift up and out through that bottom hip towards the sky? Lovely. Let's release the left hand back down to the floor. Bring the legs back down into their starting position, but left leg stays out long. Begin to lift the left leg off the floor. Now, really squeeze that lifted glute. Instead of dipping and arching into the low spine as you lift the leg, can you pull the ribs in, keep the leg where it is, and re-engage the glute to keep it there. Start to point the toe, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw knee to nose round the spine. Inhale, send the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, inhale, send it away. Exhale, knee to nose. And then release the knee back down to the floor. Take any movement that you might need, wriggle through the shoulders, the spine, the hips. And then let's come over to the other leg. So stepping the right foot to the back of the mat. Keep the toes on the floor. Press out through the heel. Just feel that length and stretch along the calf and the ankle. Keep the shoulders soft. And then let's open the left foot out to the left side. Ground the right foot down so you're facing the other side of your mat. Begin to reach that right arm up to the sky. Right little toe presses down to the floor. You can keep the right arm up or maybe bring it in line with the ear. Finding that length, lifting the hips away from the floor. Just that little micro movement. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Bring that left foot in. Right foot stays back nice and long. Begin to lift the right foot off the floor, point the toes, pull the ribs in, squeeze through the lifted leg glute. Full breath in, find the length. Exhale, bring knee to nose around the spine. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, draws it in. Last one, inhale, send it away. Exhale, draws it in. And then release the knee back down to the floor. Again, take any little freestyle movement, releasing through the hips, releasing through the spine. And then start to bring yourself back through center. Tuck the toes, lift the knees and the hips coming into your downward facing dog. As you get there, just begin to pedal out through the legs, bending one knee, send the opposite heel down towards the floor, lengthening through the calves, lengthening through the hamstrings, keeping that softness in the shoulders. You can keep the knees fully bent if the hamstrings are feeling quite tight this morning, or maybe you're straightening both the legs and sending the sit bones up high towards the sky. Take a deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. Begin to bend the knees, look to the hands, step or walk the feet to the top of your mat. Keep the knees bent and allow the whole upper body to hang heavy. The arms can be heavy. You can grab hold of opposite elbows, let the shoulders come up to the ears. Let the crown of the head point heavy towards the floor. Bend the knees even more so that your belly is almost touching the thighs. Deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. Maybe nodding the head yes, shaking it no, releasing any tension from around the neck and the shoulders. Nice, take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. If you've got hold of the elbows, release them heavy towards the floor. Bend the knees a little bit more and slowly start to roll the spine up to standing. Nice. When you get to the top, give the shoulders a little roll. And then having the feet either hip distance or you're bringing the big toe mounds together and the heels are slightly apart. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the spine, palms facing slightly forwards, fingertips are active. Lift all 10 toes, spread them wide and plant them down to the floor. And then really press down through the balls and the heels of your feet. Lift the kneecaps up so the legs are strong and activated. Pelvic floor lifts, navel pulls towards the spine, lower ribs are in. Lengthen out through the crown of the head, face and shoulders are soft. With each inhale, can you lengthen up a little bit taller? And as you exhale, can you root down a little bit deeper? 2 more breaths. Okay, use your next inhale to reach the arms up towards the sky. Take a gentle back bend. Exhale, fold it forwards and down. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, opens the chest, look up halfway, hands to the floor or shins. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down and step the feet back into your high plank. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring the knees down, bend the elbows and lower the body and the chest down to the floor. Inhale, opens the chest, look forwards, relax shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, press it back into your downward facing dog. Okay, from your down dog, we send right leg up high to the sky. Stack open the hips towards the right side and bend the top knee. Just feeling that stretch along the inner thighs and the left hamstring. Come up high on the left tiptoes and then begin to melt the heel down towards the floor, whether it touches or not. And again, inhale, come up high on the tiptoes and then melt the heel down towards the floor. One more time, high on the tiptoes, stay there, straighten the top leg. Bring the right knee towards the nose and step the right foot to the top of your mat. Bring the left knee down so you're coming into your low lunge. Left knee and toes are down. You're keeping the right heel stacked on top of your ankle and staying on the fingertips. Allow the chest to come heavy on top of the thigh, so you're almost leaning on this right leg and letting the head drop. Just feel that length along the back of your neck. As you exhale, there's space for you to drop a little bit softer in towards the hips. Shoulders are soft. And notice where the weight is in your front foot. Can you direct it in towards the heel instead of the toes? Okay, then we'll keep the left hand on the floor. Lift the chest up slightly and reach the right arm forwards. Then draw a half circle and start to reach the arm towards the back. You can reach it towards the back of the mat. You can bring the right hand towards your lower back. If it's available to you, bending the back knee and grabbing hold of the foot. But just making sure you're not on the kneecap, especially if you're not on carpet. So you might need to shuffle that knee back a little bit so you're on the front of the kneecap, just in front of it. If you're finding, roll the shoulder open. If you're not, or wherever you are, can you bring your left ear towards the shoulder? Finding that length along the right side of your neck. Nice, and gently release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Begin to walk the hands backwards so you can start to straighten out the front leg. Flex the toes if you can. Bend the knee. If it doesn't go fully straight, that's fine. Inhale, find length. Can you square the hips? Exhale, fold it forwards and down. Keep the chest open. Keep it shining towards the toes. And can you find length in the front and the back of the neck instead of crooking it back? Can you find that smoothness? 2 more deep breaths. Nice, and then rebend the knee, bring the hands up towards the foot, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step it back into your downward facing dog. You can either pause here or we roll through a vinyasa, roll it forwards to plank. You can stick with knees down or maybe chaturangas in your practice this morning. Flowing through your variation, coming to meet back in downward facing dog. Okay, let's send left leg up high, bend the knee, stack open the hips. Opening out towards the left side, press through the hands, soften the shoulders. And then let's come high on the tiptoes as you inhale. Exhale, melting the heel down towards the floor. So it's a bit like an active stretch in this right leg. Inhale onto the tiptoes. Exhale, heel melts down. One more, inhale on the tiptoes, stay there, straighten the top leg. Exhale, bring knee to nose and step the left foot to the top of your mat, however it gets there. Right knee down, untuck the toes. Back into your low lunge position, fingertips are on the floor. Knee is on top of the ankle, let the head go. Find that length in the back of the neck. Let the chest sink heavy on top of the thigh. Again, notice where the weight is. Can you direct it into the left heel? Deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. And then bring the right hand onto the floor. Lift the chest slightly. Reach the left arm forwards. Then start to draw a half circle, reaching towards the back of the room. Option to stay there or bring it onto your lower back. Or maybe you're bending the knee and binding with the back foot. A few different options to see what feels nice in your body. Twisting the chest open. And can you bring the right ear down towards the shoulders so you find that length in the left side of the neck. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, gently release, bring the hands back down, begin to shift the weight backwards, walk the hands back with you, and finding that length in the left leg as best you can, flex the toes, inhale, find length, exhale, fold it forwards and down, keep shining the chest towards the toes, relax the shoulders, 2 more breaths. And slowly start to walk the foot back down, walk the hands forwards, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step it back into downward facing dog, again either staying here or rolling through your variation of vinyasa. Okay, let's come into a little standing flow. So send the right leg up high, bend the knee, stack open the hips, then draw the knee to nose and step the right foot to the top of your mat. Back knee stays lifted this time, pressing down into that front heel. Try to get that connection to heel and right glute. Inhale, lift the torso, reach the arms up to the sky into your high lunge. Relax your shoulders. Notice if the ribs are puffing out. Can you pull the lower ribs in? You may need to come out of the bend a little bit if it's a bit tight in the hip flexor. Again, ground down through the heel, relax the toes. Deeper breath in. Exhale, back foot grounds down and you open up into your warrior two. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Try to keep the right knee stacked on top of the ankle and it's not going over the toes. We inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink it back down into your warrior two. Pause it here with the lower body. Bring the right arm to the thigh and the left arm in line with the ear or up to the sky, whichever feels better in the body. Inhale to find the length through the left side. Exhale, can you twist the chest open a little bit? Keep strong in the legs, grounding through that front heel. Try not to let the weight go forwards to the toes. Deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. Lovely. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Straighten the legs. Reaching forwards, forwards, forwards. Bring the right hand either to rest on the shin or the inside of the leg. And left arm is up towards the sky into triangle pose. Finding length through the spine and through the crown of the head. Can you stack left shoulder on top of the right? Looking up towards the top hand if it's available to you. And stacking the hips as well. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's inhale, bring ourselves all the way back up. Bend into the front knee. Back hand to back leg and right arm reaches up and over, reverse warrior. Keep bending into that front knee and try and move the chest away from the bent knee. Full breath in. Full breath out. We come back through to center. Bring the hands to hips. Keep the front knee bent and you're coming back into your high lunge. So you're lifting that back heel off the floor. Begin to step the back foot in. I'm going to move down my mat. So you step the back foot in. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. Begin to balance on that right foot as you lift the left foot off the floor. So you're aiming to create this T shape in the body. Find a point on the floor ahead of your mat to focus on. Draw the navel to spine. You can bend the standing leg if it needs to. Flex out through the back foot. Open through the chest. Deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. Let's come up to stand and can you bring that left knee with you so you're still balancing on that right leg. Hold on with the right hand and then start to open the left arm out to the side so you're coming into a twist towards your bent knee. You try and pull the knee towards you and reach that arm out behind you. Just feel this little twist in the torso. Bring it back to center. Bring the hands back to the chest. Bend your standing leg. Move in slow motion. Can you begin to step that left foot to the back of the mat? Release the hands down. Step it back to down dog. Vinyasa if you're flowing through. Okay, left leg goes up high, bend the knee, stack open the hips, bring the knee to nose and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Again, back knee is lifted, ground down through the front heel, lift up into your high lunge. Soften out through the shoulders, notice what's going on in the ribs, can you pull them in, press down into the heel. Deep breath in, exhale, ground the back foot down, open up, come into your warrior two. Reaching forwards and backwards through the fingertips, strong through the legs. Let's take an inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, sink it back down. Keep the legs where they are, left forearm to thigh, right arm in line with the ear. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, is there space to twist open through the chest. Keep the back little toes grounded. Strong in the legs. Deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. Inhale, come all the way back up. Straighten all the limbs. Triangle pose, reach it forwards and down. Wherever you reach along the left leg, and reach the right arm up towards the sky. Stacking the shoulders, lengthening through both sides of the torso. Feeling that stretch along the inner legs as you ground down through the feet. Use the inhale to find length. Exhale to root down towards the floor. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring the hands to hips. Rebend into the front knee. Lift your back heel so you're back into your high lunge. Feel a bit wobbly, but get that back heel off the floor. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. Step the back foot in, and you're coming back into your warrior 3 on the left foot. So lift the right foot, open through the chest. Try to think that you're in a back bend. You're really opening through the chest and then squeezing through that right glute. Now you can keep with the hands in the chest or take a different approach. Reach the arms backwards, forwards, out to the side. See how that can just switch up the balance and switch up your engagement. Even if it brings on the wobbles. Deep breath in. Exhale, come up to stand. Hold on to your right knee. Find that balance. Hold on with the left hand. And then start to reach the right arm back. So you're twisting to the other side towards your bent knee. Root down to the standing leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, can you twist? Bring yourself back through center. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. Bend the standing leg. Move in slow motion. Begin to step that right foot to the back of the mat. Release the hands down. Step it back. Down dog or vinyasa. Okay, from here, let's bend the knees, look to the hands, step or walk the feet to the top of your mat. Feet are together, knees are together. Bend the knees, reach the arms up, come in to chair pose. Now the arms can reach directly in front or bringing them by the ears. If you're bringing them by the ears, again, as soon as your arms come up to the ears, the ribs start to want to flare out. So can you be aware of that and try and pull the ribs, the lower ribs in. Finding that length in the lower back, you're pointing the sit bones down towards the floor. Squeeze the thighs together. Deeper breath in. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? We go again, deep breath in. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Can you go a little bit deeper? Use the hands if you need to. Can you come all the way down to sit on the floor? Fabulous. Extend the legs out in front of you. Remove any flesh away from the sit bones. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen through the torso. Exhale, fold it forwards and down. Bend the knees if you need to. And again, keep opening the chest towards the toes. Inhale to find length. Exhale to melt a little bit softer. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Chest is still open. And imagining you're trying to point the sit bones towards the back of your mat. Okay, inhale, lift yourself all the way back up. Bringing your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. So you're making a backward shape L. And then start to twist open through the hips a little bit. So your thighs are now making a V shape. So you're not squaring over the lengthened leg, you're opening out into the center. Okay, reach the arms up to the sky. And then start to bring the right arm on top of the right leg. And then stretching away through that left side. Bend the elbow if it's better. Release the hand down if it's okay. Whatever feels better for you to find that length, that space. As you're holding it here, you're trying to stack the shoulders on top of one another. Try to roll the left knee and thigh, the bent leg, away. So you're creating space around that left hip. You're trying to, a little bit of resistance as you press the left thigh down towards the floor, stretching away from it at the same time. Okay, inhale, come all the way back up. Release the left hand behind you. Now pressing down into the left knee and shin, lift the hips and reach the other arm up and over. Squeeze through the glutes, find that length. Deep breath in, exhale, bring the hips back down, release that left leg out in front of you. Okay, give the legs a little wiggle. We'll do the same on the other side. So start to bring the right foot in towards the left inner thigh. Again, thighs are in a V shape and the torso is along the inside. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand to left leg. Right arm reaching up and over to find that length through the right side. You are rolling right knee and thigh away, opening, creating space around that right hip. Soften the shoulders. Try to stack them on top of one another. And keep using your breath here. Keep trying to press that right knee and thigh down towards the floor. Find a little bit more length to reach away with that top arm. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Release the right hand behind you. Press the right knee and shin down. Lift the hips. Reach the other arm up and over. Squeeze through the glutes. Full body stretch. And then release the hips back down to the floor. Release both legs out in front. Give them a little wriggle. Okay, so this time you are going to have, let's bring left foot in and right foot behind you. So left foot is in towards the groin and my right foot is by my right buttock. Now you can either stay with the left foot on the floor, or if you do have half lotus, you can start to bring that left foot in towards the right hip, just an option. Bring the left arm behind you, and it can be a soft behind, or you can start to try and tuck it in towards your leggings, or if you're doing the half lotus, maybe one day you find the bind with the toes. It's not the aim today, but you get the gist. Right hand comes onto the left knee. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, twist towards the left side. So allow that arm that's behind you to be somewhere that is comfortable. It can just be gently behind, or maybe you want to work towards a bind. As you inhale, find length through the crown of the head. As you exhale, can you maybe twist around a little bit further? 2 more breaths. Gently release. Release the feet. Switch over to the other side. So now it's right foot in, and then my left foot is behind me. You either stay with both feet grounded, or you're bringing that right foot in towards your left hip crease. Right arm reaches behind you to a comfortable space for you. Left hand is on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Try to lead the twist with your chest. As you exhale, pull navel towards the spine. one more breath. And then bring yourself back through center. Release both legs out in front of you. If you have a block, grab your block. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. You can do it the same. If you have a block, place it widthways. And then you're bringing the feet onto the block. So if not, just keep the feet on the floor, but you're making a diamond shape with the legs. So the feet aren't too close and they're not too far away. If you have a block, thread the arms underneath and grab hold of the toes. You can do that even if you don't have a block. Just try to reach wherever you can. Feel the spine round and try to either point the crown of the head towards the top of the mat or crown of the head towards the toes. If the feet are elevated, just gets a little bit more juicier into the hips. You can feel it even without the block. As you inhale, create space around the back of the ribs, the lower back. And notice if the arms are pulling you forwards. Can you just let the weight of the torso open you up here? Deeper breath in. Deep breath out through the mouth. One more like that. Deep breath in. Let it go through the mouth. And then start to lift the spine back up. Release the block. Just keep it to one side, maybe towards your head so you can grab it when we lie down. Opening the legs into a V shape. Just as wide as they will comfortably go. We did a little bit of inner thigh stretch, so let's come back into that. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of you. And then moment by moment, see if the hands can start to stretch a little bit further in front. Keep the feet flexed, keep the legs active. Keep finding length in the front and the back of the torso, even if that means staying upright, as long as you can feel the stretch in the hamstrings and the inner thighs. We take 3 deep breaths here. After that third exhale, start to lift the torso back up. Bring the legs back onto the mat. Bring the feet down, knees are bent. Shuffle the hips forwards and come and lie down on your back. So we're going to finish off with a bridge pose, and it can be a more restorative bridge if you have a block as well. If you have no block, you're just going to lift the hips up. If you have a block, you'll notice that there's 3 levels. There's the flat level, second level, and then the third level is the one with the smaller circumference. So the block is really tall. Have a little play around. You're going to place it underneath your lower back and your sacrum area. Start with the lower level, and then if you feel like that's not enough lift, go for the second, and then if you want the third, bring it onto the third. If you have no block, just lift the hips up and towards the sky and hold it there. Squeezing through the glutes. Now, if you're on a block, you can just let the block support you here. If you have no block, you want to squeeze the glutes, press through the feet, and tuck the tailbone under. Just letting that stagnant energy leave out through the base of the spine. If you're on a block, it may feel like you are lengthening through the front of the body even more than normal. Can you keep space between the chin and the chest? And we've got 3 more breaths. Okay, then you're slowly starting to release from the block. And then roll the upper, middle, and lower spine down to the floor. Begin to draw the knees in towards you. Give yourself a hug. Just gently massage it, rocking from side to side. We'll seal off the practice with a twist. So you can either keep knees together. I'm going to cue crossing right leg over left leg. You can uncross at any time if this is too deep a twist for you. Open the arms into a T shape. Right leg is over the top. And then we bring both legs over to the left side. Now the feet might touch the floor first, that's fine. And then try to just let the breath, let the body receive, and allow the legs to fall a little bit heavier breath by breath. If it's too deep, uncross the legs. Feel that openness around the right ribs. You can adjust that right arm to suit you if it's too strong in the shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And then start to bring yourself back through center. Uncross the legs and bring the feet down to the floor just for a moment. Let the spine just return back to neutral. And then start to draw the knees in towards you again. Crossing left leg over right if you're sticking with the cross, and then bring the legs over to the right side. Again, feet may come down. And then as you soften and ease into it, relax the weight of the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And then bring yourself back through center. Draw the knees in, give yourself a big hug. Take any final movements that the body may need. Maybe you're rocking from side to side. Maybe you're taking a happy baby and again rocking from side to side. Any little movements just to release. And then when you're ready, we're coming into our final relaxation position, Shavasana. So grabbing any cushions or blankets if you need them, if you've got them nearby. And then coming to lie on your back, legs out long if you can. Let the feet be a bit wider than your hips. Shuffle the shoulders underneath the chest so that your palms can face upwards and fingertips can curl in naturally. Take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. And just allow the body to relax and ease down into the floor. Allowing the back of your body to take up space in the ground beneath you. And then allow the front of the body to open up into the sky around you. Starting to bring the awareness back into the body. Deepening your breath. Wriggling fingers and toes. And taking any other movement to reawaken the body, a big stretch or hugging the knees in. And start to roll over onto your right side and pause it there for a moment. And then starting to press yourself up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed for just a little bit longer. And as you find seated, allow the sit bones to root back down into the ground, finding length through the spine. Let's bring the hands together in front of the chest, joining left and right sides of the body together at your center. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out the mouth. Gently bowing the head, lengthening the back of your neck. Thanking yourself for your practice this morning. Thanking you all for joining. Namaste.